Now today, one of West Michigan's largest employers will mark the beginning of work on an $81 million manufacturing plant in Ada. That plant, as you've already guessed, is for Amway's flagship nutritional product line, NUTRILITE. Many of these products are made in California right now, but Amway is expanding here instead. With the expansion, Amway plans to add 200 jobs at the site and a continued commitment to West Michigan. Well, this morning I'm joined by Birgit Klohs, the CEO of Right Place, to talk a little bit about this sort of thing. So this is kind of a scoop, though, to get Amway to bring a business, to build a new plant back here in West Michigan, rather than continuing to develop this stuff out in California. How did you get them to convince them to come back
Well,
here?
it wasn't a slam dunk, that's for sure. And we shouldn't assume that a company that's global like Amway just makes a reaction and says, let's do this in our home community. So they have a job to do when they make a decision like that, and we competed with other states, and we competed pretty, we got in there and put our package together. That included, of course, the local community in Ada and the Right Place and the MEDC, and made our case for that plan to come here versus several other states that they looked at. So it was definitely a competition, and we're thrilled that they made, obviously, that decision to be here.
Oh yeah, obviously they have a lot of ties here to this community, along with the DeVos and Van Andel families. But so it's not always a slam dunk that you're going to get these guys to come here,
We shouldn't take any of our local companies for granted, and that's a slam dunk. We've had lots of expansions here. And today, in many, I would say in 9 out of 10 cases, we have competition from other states. They would like those 200 jobs too. $81 million is a big investment. And other states come to our community to say to companies like Amway, or name any number of others, do you know, South Carolina is great, North Carolina is great, Alabama is great.
Yeah, it's
Come to see us. It's very competitive between the states.
Yeah, other states are trying to steal our business as well.
No doubt about it. And I always know when spring starts because my friends from the South come this way.
Let's talk about the economic impact here. I mean, talking 200 jobs,
200 jobs,
$81 million worth of a facility.
Correct.
What's that mean to West Michigan?
Well, obviously, when you have $81 million both in construction as well as new equipment, that ripples through the community. But every manufacturing job, and they're starting with 50 and there will be 200, creates nearly 2 other spin-off jobs.
Okay.
So when you're talking 200 jobs over 3 years, you're really talking 600 jobs at the end of the day.
And that's great news. And one thing we were talking about during the break here is that our unemployment rate has dropped significantly
to 5.9%.
in this area. That's the Grand Rapids, Wyoming area?
That's the Grand Rapids, Wyoming metropolitan area is down to 5.9%. That's close to 5% is considered full employment. So we have really, really done well over the last few years in working with our local community and seeing the growth that's happening.
We're looking at a large group of good news coming out here when you consider that housing prices seem to be going up, housing sales are going up, you have lower employment, or unemployment, and now we're having new businesses or businesses locally expanding.
Absolutely. Well, we have, and that lower unemployment rate, which translates into jobs, translates into housing sales. So remember that before you can buy a home, you have to have a job. So when we talk about the ripple effect of a new job, we're also talking about somebody will be shopping for groceries, somebody will buy a home, somebody can afford a car. So that's what that lower unemployment rate means, and that's what those 200 jobs mean.
Finally, those ripples are going in the right direction.
Correct. They are definitely going in the right direction, and we are thrilled that Amway made the decision to stay here.
We appreciate your time, Birgit.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.